Hey, what's up YouTube? Okay, Friday, November 5th. That means it's time for another edition of Poll of the Week. This week's question: how will the U.S. fare in comparison to other countries if we have a global disaster? So let me elaborate on the question a little bit. Whether it's an economic collapse, a super solar flare, or H7N7, some sort of new plague, whatever it is, plug in any disaster that you want, any of the uh, somewhat realistic things that the world is facing these days. Assuming it happens on a worldwide stage, how well or bad do you see the U.S. in comparison to the other countries? I think the best way to do this is to sort of assign a 1 through 10 rating, sort of like a first place, second place, third place type thing. And, maybe the U.S. doesn't even make it into your top 10 countries that are going to pull through. However you want to break it down in your answer is fine. And, of course, the two main criterias that I see that you would gauge this question on would be the ability of the country to absorb the disaster, so how badly it would affect that country, sort of to what degree of shit hitting the fan it would take place. And then the second factor would be the country's ability to recover from the disaster, how quickly they could get infrastructure back up and restore proper law and order and everything else. And again, the key is, because we all know that the U.S. is in a bad spot, and if anything major happens, that it's going to be a tough go. But the key of the question is in comparison to everybody else, because pretty much everybody's in a pretty tough spot, and everybody's got, all the major countries have their specific major things that they're dealing with now, or they'd have to deal with. So there's the question. Look forward to seeing your answers in comments. That's about it for now. Later, YouTube.